and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's the return of the BSC Summer Season 11, Round 5 from Pocono. It is time for the Tricky Triangle 75. Well, this one's going to be very, very interesting indeed. Leading the championship at the moment is Noel Jakowitz with Cody Curd in second. Then you got Andrew Jamelin, Bradley Young, Alex Witt, Blake Lewis, Brendan McLaughlin, Ben Ruse, Trenton Kibble, and Terry W. Spainhour with Armand Brusso and David Trogdon in behind him. Well, what do we know about the Tricky Triangle? Well, it's only 14 degrees in turn 1, 8 degrees in turn 2, 6 degrees in turn 3. Not one of the highest on the banking, but it is very, very interesting as well. Reading up on the Tricky Triangle, I just found out it's actually got a road course, which I wasn't aware of either. So apparently there's a road course inside of this, as you can see on the pictures on your screen there as well. Well, I'm JP. I'm going to be joined in the booth, as always, by my confidant, my man with all the knowledge, Mr. Kenton Sportak. And let's bring him into the booth and have a quick chat with him. Kenton, welcome in, bud. How are you?
I'm doing well, and yeah, I was actually shocked by that as well, that I did not realize there was a road course. But not only that, they also have a short road course. They have had a different road course, and then the current road course that's still being used. I had no idea that they had it. I was like, there's not enough space. Apparently there is, and they've made that work, but it's not used super often. I think the only ones they don't really use them much now. Typically they did like some GT stuff, like IMSA GT. There was a Grand Prix that used to be held at Pocono, Trans Am series back in the 70s for a year, and some Superbike championships. So they're not used very often, which makes sense why not many people know about them.
Yep, absolutely. Well, I didn't have a clue, but apparently there is, according to this as well. 2.5 miles, basically, the road circuit is as well. Poll in YouTube chat, how many cautions do we think we've had? At the moment, 6 to 10 is winning. Well, it's actually drawing with 10 to 20. So let's hope we don't get that much. Otherwise, me and Kenton, we're going to have to stop for food and water. So there we go. Get yourselves involved, guys, on this one. And let us know how many cautions you think is going to happen. We've been discussing, Kenton, the fact that we both sat here and watch the bits of practice and watch drivers go round, and well, yeah, tell us about it.
We've seen them go around the track and just around. Cold tires here are very dicey. It is a very weird track. From everything I've kind of been able to gather, it sort of starts out pretty smooth. I think your early lap times are around 53-ish seconds a lap, somewhere between 53 and low 54s, depending on how comfortable you are with it, and obviously how well you can control your cars. We watch Brad Young slide himself into the wall. The downside, and what we kind of have noticed, is turn 1 gets really, really, really loose, but turn 2 gets really, really, really tight. Or sorry, not turn 2, turn 3 gets really, really tight. And then if you're underneath another car, it can be very tricky, specifically because the aerodynamics of these cars are not that great. And a lot of things we've kind of noticed is that they sort of lose that aerodynamic downforce, and it can kind of send you almost washing up into the car above you. So it's going to be a little tricky trying to pass. I think really your best spots is going to be turn 1. You have the long straightaway, so you can really get a draft going and try and get underneath a car, but you have to be very, very, very careful, because they are, understandably, based on the name of this track, there it goes, the Tricky Triangle. It will be very tricky, so it might be sit back, let people make mistakes, and then slide your way through, because there are going to be a few. We'll go with a few, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried on that one. Lydia, go TJ and Brad. Happy little cupcake. Let's go 52. As Brad does go over the line in practice, we go into qualifying. We'll give you 5 minutes to qualify. And again, that's the road circuit inside, by the way, just to let you know. That's the short one at the bottom of the screen. The long one's on the left, no, on the top part of your screen, that involves all of these corners going round. Now, I don't mean to be rude when I say this, but that's got more lines than a night out on a Saturday in a nightclub, and I wasn't quite sure where to go. I'd probably end up getting very, very lost indeed going round there. But let's pick up on qualified, see how some of these guys get on as well. That road course looks absolutely horrible.
It does. I'm actually trying to see if I can track down what the actual road course is. Oh, there are many road courses. Holy cow.
How many we got?
Well, there's East Course option 1, 2, 3, and 4. There's Southeast Course option 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. South Course 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 in the north, and North-South Course there are 5.
Yeah,
there are a lot of courses.
There's a lot. There is a lot. Even on Circuit Info, there's an oval, there's a road course. The road course with a chicane. There's an alternative road course. There's an east road course, a south and east road course option. I'm not even sure what that blinking even involves. There's a north road course. There's a south road course. Oh my God. And no, James, we aren't married yet. Oh man. He's trying to not pull his finger out of his bum yet. Jesus Christ, that man.
At this point, I'm expecting invite though.
Yeah, me too. But then again,
yeah,
you might have to pay for my flight, which, you know.
Your train? That'd be a long train ride.
You know what though, right? Now I'm one of the
super comfortable.
Yeah, I'm one of the. That's the thing. I could handle a train ride because I could just sit on my bum and let the other person do it. But the thing is, as well, I'm afraid of flying. I don't like flying. It's I don't know what it is, but it just scares the living doodies out of me. Now I don't know if that's. I think that's for 2 reasons. One, I just don't like being in the closed space for a period of time. 2,
yep.
If it drops out the sky, I might as well bend over and kiss my bum goodbye. Right? Now,
unless you're in seat 11A.
Well, maybe, whatever. But I would rather go by ferry, by boat. You know why?
Yeah.
Because I can swim, and I can handle being on a boat for 2 weeks, where I can't handle sitting on a plane for 8 hours. It would drive me nuts. I'd literally, if I go anywhere on an aeroplane, I've either got to take some mad Valium and just knock myself out for the flight, because I am absolutely rubbish. Flying scares the living doodies out of me as well. And it's just something that I've had. So I've mainly become an adult.
That's fair. Yeah, I don't like flying strictly because while I am only 6 feet, about 5'8" of it is legs.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hate sitting in seats, and with how planes in Canada, at least, like to go about things is if you want any form of slightly more leg room, it's like an extra $200. And I'm like, I don't, nope, I'm good. Yeah, I had to fly to Halifax. It's only like a 5-hour flight. And I was ready to start chucking people off the plane just for some space. So
yeah, I couldn't, I don't know. I could barely do a 2-hour flight to Spain, man. Like literally, I'm not in a good headspace when I start even remotely thinking about I'm going to fly. But anyway, moving away from that, that could be my problem. Happy little cupcake of getting to your wedding is I don't like flying. So unless you can book me a boat, I can go by boat. I don't mind boats. You know what I mean? I don't even mind.
I can fly, so I'll make it happen. Although I don't know how much that will be invited, or not by them, but invited by the states, because they don't tend to, for some reason, their current president does not like us. So
well, maybe I tell you what we could do. I can commentate on it via Zoom.
Perfect. I'll like it. I'll film. Yeah. I'll provide the video, and you can do the commentate. And you can broadcast. It'll be great. I'll
do the commentary by Zoom, because the chances of me getting there without knocking myself out and the pilot having to wake me up to tell me we've landed, it's quite high that would happen. But other than that, not going to happen. Brad Young, that is not how you handle turn number 1. I have to be honest. Do not do that. That is not good from Mr. Brad Young. The interesting thing is as well, as we go on to one of the new guys here as well, Alex Luno, who has unfortunately just gone and also reversed it into a wall. Is it doesn't always show up when they've hit the wall and gone round. So I'll have to pay extra vigilance to what's going on here. See what goes on. But Joshua Kuhn has just come out as well. We'll get you the live stream. Oh, see, that was Happy Little Cupcake just being cheap there. It wasn't, okay, James, I'll book you a boat. No, we'll get you the live stream. So that's all. That's all that was. It was, you know, being tight and not really wanting me there. Okay. David Trogdon is going to be on pole with Ben Roos in second, Andrew Jamelin, Alex Witt, Blake Lewis, Todd Neese, Cody Kern, Noel Jackowitz, Trenton Kimmel, Anthony Radial, Joshua Coof, and Brad Young. And then on from that is TJ Spainhour, Tom Kuhn, Arma Brusso, Alex Luno, I'm going to go with Joshua Kuhn, Daniel Molinari, and Terry Spainhour. So see how these guys get on and whether or not this is going to be as clean as we think. Let's end the poll and see what we're randomly going to end up with here as well. Surprisingly enough, nobody has gone for 1 to 5 in the poll whatsoever. In fact,
oh man, that shocked me. I never saw that one coming.
What? Not 1 to 5? Surely not.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
there
no,
we go. It does look like 6 to 10 has taken the victory. With 57% of the votes, 10 to 20, 42%. I really hope that 42% are completely wrong. Please be wrong. Otherwise, I'm going to have to stop for food, water, and toilet break at my age if we're going to go for 10 to 20.
Yeah, it's dinner time for us, so, or for me. But we'll see how long this goes and if I'm going to be hangry by lap 75 and telling people to hurry their interview up.
I'll do it as quickly as we can. No, there we go. Daniel Molinari did actually reach out to me.
Are we saying his name wrong?
No, believe it or not, we're not.
Go us.
He said he had a bunch of co-workers watching last week, I think it was. And they were like, well, I can't repeat the word he used, but there was a swear word. It's like watching NASCAR on TV. So apparently, it's that on, like it was like watching NASCAR on TV. There we go.
I feel like we have fewer breaks though, ad breaks.
Oh, we definitely do. If I went full NASCAR ad breaks, mate, me and you wouldn't actually be here whatsoever. To be blatantly honest, we could keep playing the ad breaks as well. Big shout out to our sponsor, of course, is Admin Box, who is here coming along for the ride this season. Check them out at BSC Box. Check them out at adminbox.com. Use code BSC Box, BSC-Box, for 10% off all orders as well. And to be blatantly honest, unless you run a league, then don't know if it's going to be helpful, but you never know. Go and have a look as well. Ben Roos leads us off. Well, he doesn't. It was David Trogdon. Going to lead us off around turn 2. Witt, Jamelin, Neese, Blake Lewis, Cody Kern, Noel Jackowitz, Anthony Radel, all in there, ready to go here. 1 of 75. Stage 1 is at lap 30. So if we make it to lap 30, we will be through stage 1. So there we go. And I promise me and Kenton will not forget the stage at all, will we?
No, never.
Never ever done that before in our lives. Right, ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your hats here. We are going to be green, green, green very, very shortly. David Trogdon going into the start zone now. And it is up and running. The tricky triangle 75 is green, green, green. And at the moment, it has been Todd. It's Ben Roos out in front who overtaken David Trogdon, Andrew Jamelin, Alex Witt, Blake Lewis. Are we going to see single, double, triple? What lines are we expecting?
It will eventually kind of filter out into single file for the most part. If you're trying to make a move, it will go double. We did kind of talk about it. Trying to get underneath the car can be a little sketchy. The aero wake that comes off these cars is a little dicey going through some of these corners. You will notice as well, and I'm pretty sure I feel like we've beaten this. Oh, and we have our first caution.
Alex Luno. He's getting straight up in the wall, wasn't he? Oh, man.
Oh. Did he get turned? Looked like maybe the Monster Energy drink. Oh no, he just comes down on the 83 there of Joshua Kuhn.
Yeah, caution
unfortunately
on lap 1.
That 10 to 20 looking real good right now.
Shut up. I really, I really hope not. Right, first caution here as well. I really hope this. No.
Well, we can get the most butchered information about NASCAR racing, especially at the tricky triangle of Pocono, out of the way early. All three corners are different, and they're all based on different race courses. I feel like we say this every single time we come here. But yeah, so the triangle, you have turn 1 is based on Trenton Speedway. Turn 2 is after Indianapolis Speedway, which is why it's such a hard, right angle. And then the third turn is the Milwaukee Mile, which is a lot more gradual. So those three tracks put together to make one. But also just for fun, 44 possible configurations of the road courses on this track.
Lovely.
That's too many by about 41.
41 of them. I agree. No.
You need 3, not 44, 3.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't even have that in an oval. I've got to be honest with you. As well, down in the bottom right corner, race analysis, laps 75, stage 130. Final stage will be 45. Weather, 109 degrees Fahrenheit, 43 degrees centigrade, wind northeasterly, 9 miles an hour, condition cloudy, humidity 87%. So these boys are going to cook. Yeah, as well. I think that heat is not going to help them tyres whatsoever, Kenton. And yeah, it could be interesting.
Yeah, and tire degradation here is going to be noticeable. I think they said there's a noticeable fall off at about 3 to 4 laps, and then it's gradual after that, which is also not great. You've got 4 sets of tires. They're going to have to use them pretty sparingly, because obviously they start with 1, and then you've got 3 others. But yeah, they're going to be screaming for help pretty quickly. It sounds like 3 to 4 laps of 75 isn't a small amount, but it's very insignificant when you're talking about a 2.5 mile race.
Yeah.
Or sorry, 2.5 mile lap. That where it comes in quick, and if you're looking at sliding happening after about 3 laps, it's going to be real difficult to sort of hold on to a lead or hold on to much of anything at certain points of this race until you get new tires. And it's going to be one of the few where if you go in for a pit stop, especially under yellow flag, you're going to want tires. Green flag we can talk about, but under yellow, you're going to take tires.
Well, let's see how many. They haven't got 20 sets, so if anybody goes 10 to 20 on cautions, they ain't got enough. So choose cones up as well. Ruse takes outside by the looks of it. It's going to leave Trogdon that inside line. Alex Whitten third, Andrew Jamelin, Blake Lewis, Cody Kern, Todd Neese, Noel Jakowitz, Anthony Radel, Trenton Kimmel, Brad Young, TJ and Tom Kuhn down in the top 13. Then Mr. Keith Brusso Molinari, Terry Spainhour, Joshua Kuhn and Alec Luno, who of course was involved in the first caution. So yeah, hold on to your hats, because I feel there might be some more to come here this evening as well. How many cautions did you go for?
10 to 20.
Shut up.
I did.
Oh,
yep.
God. Curse.
Oh, always. It's my job.
Let's hope not. Let's hope not.
Okay. We'll assume only partially.
Oh, please. Everybody settle down. Know what your car's going to do. Run from here to stage without a caution. I have faith in my boys. Got faith. Got faith. Right. Ben Ruse leading the way here. David Trogdon, Alex Witt, Andrew Jamelin, Blake Lewis, Cody Kern, Todd Neese, Noel Jakowitz, all in the fight towards the front of this field. I'm not going to say they can fight it out because they've only had 1 lap here. Other than that, we've been under caution. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what's going to happen here as well, because I've got a funny feeling it's going to go green, and we have dropped green. Let's go again here. After the first caution, we are up and running again. You can see Trogdon at the moment alongside Alex Witt, 2x2 going into turn number 1. Lots of 2x2s, in fact, happening all the way through this field. Noel Jackowitz further back. He's there at the moment. We've got Todd Neese and TJ. They're alongside each other with Anthony Radel tucked in behind as well. The 52 of Trenton Kimmel there, and Mr. Sour Patch. He's there as well. Josh Keefe, Brad Young. Young has just gone up the inside of Keefe. Is he going to hold that on the exit? I'm a little bit worried for Brad Young. He did manage to hold it on the exit, but boy, oh boy, Kenton, he went in like a rocket.
Yeah, he did go in quite quickly. Thankfully, there's a decent amount of kind of space through the track. Like, it is quite a wide track. It's not the widest, but it still is quite wide, which will allow some ability to kind of move if you can control your car. But as you can see, we've gone right back into single file, other than the odd car, Mr. Sour Patch Kid of Trenton Kimmel there, trying to stay out a little lower, but I think he's trying to make a move. As you can see, a couple of guys trying to make moves through the corners. But as soon as you get out of that, as soon as you get out of the corner, it's all straight single file, and then 3 cars went to the inside trying to get around. There's not much of a draft here. 2 to 3, you're going to get very little use out of any drafting. It's just such a short straightaway. There's just really not a whole lot of it. The front straight past the start-finish line, a little bit more. Obviously, it's a lot longer. The back straight going from 2 to 3, you'll get some. Not as much as obviously the front straight, because it's not quite as long. So it's kind of a weird thing where you sort of lose drafting as you get further into the lap. Which obviously with oval racing isn't normally a thing. Typically you get the same amount you actually get more on the back straight, but not with this track. Because much like everything with the tricky triangle, it's just got to be unique.
Yeah, this is a circuit I do not enjoy. However, I've got some news for you. I won my Draft Masters race this afternoon at Dega.
Oh. Ooh.
And last week, or this week, last weekend towards Monday, before it changed over to the new tracks, I went and took 3 F4 wins.
Ooh, the F4s are nice. I do like my F4s.
Yeah, Lime Rock, Snetterton, and Tsukuba, and I won at all 3 tracks.
Oh, Lime Rock Park. That's my jam. In the Lime Rock Park and the Formula V. Oh, favorite combo.
They're doing some, obviously, like, tour thing, aren't they, in iRacing at the moment, where you go to different tracks. I've been to the Red Bull Ring already. The other one's at Watkins Glen, and the other one's at Spa, I think. So I need to get them in this week as well. But yeah, I'm very proud of myself. I've moved my IR after my young boy decimated it down to 374 by the time I started doing the F4s this week. I managed to get it back up over to 1100.
Oh, I could not tell you how my IRs. I have not raced in a little while. I've had a kind of an off time of racing. Sort of hit that spot where just like everything felt. Oh, there's a caution. This is the fun thing for me. I have I don't know why, but my keyboard is connected to iRacing, so anytime a caution happens, it starts flashing yellow at me.
Oh,
that's some family crime there.
How did you achieve that? Because at the moment as well, because it's, currently, ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, we're developing the Overlay 4 SDK for the new NASCAR. I've been involved in styling as I'm just about to watch Terry W go up. Oh, no, I'm not. Look at that.
That's a little bit of netcode. Just a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit there. Helping SDK develop the new NASCAR overlay that we're going to put together as well. Hence, we're working on the animations in tower at the moment. No animations kicking in from the tower, which is telling us, but they are coming as well. We're told that they are coming. Helping SDK out with the styling and what's needed in and proper NASCAR overlay. Hence, we've got all these fancy new race analysis recaps, the new weather, the new driver details as well, long driver details and short driver details, which is this one. So, yeah, lots going on within and the development of this new overlay, which we are working on. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't think I've actually raced in the last like 30 days. But I have my oval, my formula, and my sports car are all A licenses, so.
Well, mine aren't. My sports car is a C after my boy. My NASCAR is below 1,000 IR, but still a B license. And my sports car is still a B license, but it's like 700. So.
On
that one, buddy.
Yeah, my oval's 11. So.
Nice. It's time to have a quick word from our sponsor, Admin Box, this evening. Go check them out at adminbox.com. Okay, that was our sponsor for this season is AdminBox. Go and check them out, adminbox.com. Use code BSC-box for 10% off all orders as well. Go and check them out. That'll be much appreciated on that one. Right. Kenton.
Yes.
We're 2 cautions in and we're only on lap 8.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's not looking great so far.
Okay.
I don't think we're going to hit 10 based on the pace we're going.
You don't
think? It'll be close. It'll be close. I think a little closer than we want it to be, but yeah, I'm hoping.
Let's hope they can keep this caution. Next one I'll take at lap 20, guys, okay? So let's have next caution at lap 20, please, if that would be okay. Probably these people almost had a little bit of a fake to go in pit lane and then they ducked out again. That was on the first caution lap. Cones up, Witt goes inside, Rue's outside. Not surprised they've gone outside?
Not in this track. It's a little easier having a wide, or it's a lot easier having a good wide line into turn 1, 2, 3 than it is for having that kind of shallower entry, especially turn 1, because turn 1's sort of a weird turn. And then being able to get all the way out to the wall for, especially for this, your second longest straightaway, going into turn 2 there, having that outside lane is it's a little nicer. It might not get you the excited, first place going through turn 1, but you've got a better chance going into turn 2, holding a better line. You'll get more of a draft because more cars will be in that top lane. So you get a little more advantages there. So not too surprised, but it's also Alex Witt, so he can kind of do what he wants and not worry about it.
Yeah, well, the man is a literal alien. So there we go. Alex Witt there as well, sitting in second place. Pace car lights are off on the run down from turn 2 to 3. Before we get going once more there. So, ladies and gentlemen, let us know if you are shouting for anybody in YouTube chat who you think is going to win. Give us an exact number of cautions, because give you quite a varied gap to work with. So give us an exact number of cautions. Let us know how many you think is going to happen as we're on the caution number 2 here this evening. Pace car is going to be going in very, very shortly. And one of the things I have noticed, I can't see any physical start zone. I think it's as we drop the green flag. That's there. I wonder if that's what they're taking, that checkered on the left. It is. So now we are green. Bemrose has gone and escaped straight away. Right out in front at the moment. He's left Alex Witt to battle with Jamelin, with Trogdon, with Kern, with Blake Lewis in there as well. These guys 3-4 wide further back at the moment. As Trenton Kimmel on the inside, Terry W on the outside. We've got Tom Kuhn, Joshie Keefe in behind that, Brad Young. And then Armand Brusso in a very brightly liveried machine there as well, doing a rather interesting job.
Yeah, I don't know if I know who Hella is. Well, I know who Hella is, but in this circumstance, I don't know what Hella is. Let's take a wee gander. Maybe. I might need more information. I immediately, it just brings me to both the fictional character and that's not exactly the same thing.
Okay, so basically, in other words, we have no idea. There we go.
Yeah.
Andrew Chamberlain now, David Trogdon, Jakowitz, Cody Kern. Blake Lewis on that inside there in the 27 machine in his Club Penguin liveried Chevrolet. And then outside is Anthony Radel in that brightly coloured livery machine. I do love that. That is absolutely spectacular. And then TJ
Arizona Iced Teas.
Yeah, it looks lovely, doesn't it?
And a new Bojangles out of Alex Witt. A big change up there. He doesn't have the... I kind of like it. It's nice. It's clean.
Yeah, it is.
With some style.
Yeah. Started in 4th place, currently sitting in 2nd at this moment in time. So we'll see how he gets on there. Ben Bruce seems to be doing a very good job of this, running this circuit, knowing where to go here. He's rather confident job of this one.
Yeah, he's looked very, very smooth. It doesn't look like he's putting a ton of overuse into the tires. It seems very smooth through the corners. You know, not a lot of overturning or anything like that. Not destroying the tires.
Changing down going into entry in here as well.
Yeah, help with the rotation of the car. Really be able to kind of get it around the corner, especially turn 2 because it is such a sharp corner. And then you kind of, you lower back and stay in 4th all the way through 3. And once you get on the straightaway and start gaining some speed, you'll sort of get up into 5th there for turn 1, which is a little wider than turn 2 is. So yeah, you'll get up into 5th, more than likely kind of hold 5th for now. Once tires start really going, it does drop down to 4th as well. Okay. I was gonna say, once tires start going, actually, which for most of those guys has probably already started to happen, as we are more than 3 laps in, you'll start to see that gear down long straightaway coming into 2, possibly gear up, depending on what your ratio is sort of set at. Obviously gear down for turn 2, which is very right angle, so you can kind of understandably have to do that. But you can see how wide the track is. Like, there is a lot of space. Should be decent for incident avoidance, but these things happen at pretty fast once you're hitting 160 miles an hour, 190, I think, at the top end. As they make their way into turn 1, they'll be around 190 before it sort of sinks back down.
Yeah.
And then Alex just doing Alex things, obviously. Nice and smooth, very little adjustments.
Yeah, he is at the moment doing a good job there currently. Jakowitz and Trogdon in behind. Noel trying to chase down Trogdon. There's a little bit of a pack developing before we get down to Armand Brusso. Got his own pack of Joshua Keefe, Brad Young, Tommy Kuhn, Daniel Molinari in there, Joshua Kuhn behind him, Alex Luno and Todd Neese. Unfortunately, Terry is in and out of pit road, I think, at the moment as well. He's having a bit of a nightmare. Is Mr. Spainhour, but he's doing he's 1 lap down at the moment, drops in behind Luno as Molinari just loses that position to Joshua Kuhn. And Joshua Keefe has just lost a position to Tom Kuhn. So great job from both Tom and Joshua, both moving forward as well. So great job from him. But Trogdon under pressure from Noel Jakowitz at this moment in time. It'll be interesting to see how they get on. What's Noel's opportunity to try and make this work?
It's pretty smooth. I mean, he's going to try and make most of the effort on this straightaway. And in this case, make it completely through on the straightaway. And as long as you're able to kind of get the car slowed down enough, that's the biggest thing. That late brake is obviously going to help out a lot. And we've seen Noel drive, so you're not having to worry too much. But looks like Trogdon going to try and fight back a little bit. though it looks like it might be a little unsuccessful. See if anyone slams the wall. There's one out of Trent and Kimmel at the back. Another one, I don't know who the Bass Pro Shop car is, but they hit the wall pretty significantly. But it is possible to make those moves, but I think, yeah, coming out into turn one is kind of your best bet when you get that long straightaway and you can kind of use a draft to get by them. And then going into turn two, where again, you can use a fairly long draft to kind of get in. You want to be ahead going into the corner. If you are like sort of tied with, you really got to trust your ability to drive and control your car. Otherwise, they run a very good risk of sort of washing out up into the car ahead of you or above you.
Yeah, quick Google later. Hella is a little shop in the Netherlands. There's a happy little company.
They do spices. Yeah, I looked it up after she said that, and they make spices.
Thank you.
Very helpful.
Yeah, any information that we get that we don't know is helpful, because, you know, not complete encyclopedias of everybody's livery, but yeah, well done. Thank you very much for that one there as well. Okay, on board with Jamelin through turn one. See Trogdon running it out wide. Jamelin keeping it quite tight, running wide on the exit. Going to close right back into Trogdon now. Is he going to go and try and run him on the inside? Going down into turn two. He's pulled out. Line on Trogdon, taking a wide line. Trogdon pulls it back. Tries to hug the apex. Going to lose it on the exit. Here goes Andrew Jamelin now. Through he goes. And there goes Trogdon there as well. It seems like Jamelin set him up a little bit there.
Yeah, Jamelin knows how to drive a little bit as well, and I think coming off his big win last week, yeah, definitely set him up and played it perfectly to kind of allow himself to slip through and gain that extra space.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm curious what Trogdon's tires are looking like percentages wise, because it seems like cars are kind of having a little bit, not an easy time, but they're seemingly catching him more than he's catching the guys ahead of him, as he's lost a little bit of time to that group ahead.
So, do we think anybody's tyre saving?
Watching these times, probably not. Maybe Trogdon is, because he is a touch sort of not as quick through the last lap there. But I mean, it's hard to say. Ben Ruse did a 54.50. And then Trogdon did a 54.67. Everyone though around him 54.19, 54.2, 54.4. So it's hard to say if he's tire saving, though he could be, which would make sense of why cars are sort of going by him a little faster. I do find this track kind of hard to sort of tire save properly and fuel save, just because it's such long straightaways with very sharp, like sharper corners, not quite as long as of a corner as you would typically get, so you can't really lift on them well. There's not a lot of real good drafting. We do have another caution here. I think that's Brad Young.
Oh,
ooh.
Bro.
That's on Joshua Kuhn there. I don't think you can say much else.
Yeah, that was a come across the nose situation there.
Yeah.
On lap 21. Well, Brad Young has gone down on my bit of paper twice already.
Yeah. First one I can say was him. That one, a lot harder to say.
Yeah,
that was him.
Definitely. On that one, I think there would be it'd be very harsh if we pinned it on Brad there. The coming in. Alongside.
Yeah. Brad does move off the wall a little bit, but yeah.
All right, guys, while they're under the caution, we're going to take a quick break for 2 seconds. I just go get some water because I'm sweating out in my office. We'll be right back shortly. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Thanks so much for just bearing with us while I ran and got a bottle of water. Ben Roos playing games on pit stops there. Everybody went to follow him in, and only the bottom half of the grid did. Radel, Todd Neese, TJ Spainhour, Brad Young, Molinari, and Joshua Kuhn all followed him in there as well. So Mr. Terry Spainhour has got the lucky dog at this moment in time. Round he goes. One of the two laps back that he's down at the moment. Still out on the racetrack, so fair play to for that one. But Ben Roos still leading the field. We are not very far away from stage. So we're only about 7 laps to go.
Yeah, so we'll get going just in time to stop.
Hey, listen, we've made stage with only 3 cautions. I'll take it.
Yeah, that's true. That will be nice.
Yeah, definitely will. Our lights are still on. We'll pull your stage winner into the booth. We'll have a chat with them there as well to see how difficult this is, what sort of tyre life they've got left here. I'm not sure if guys towards the back end of the field are going to make him move forward. Radel on fresher tyres. Would you go in and take tyres now, or would you try and hang it out?
I'd try and hang it out if I could, because again, we're 7 laps away. You're not going to lose a ton of time in that, especially if you were one of the sort of the front. If you're further up, you're not going to have guys kind of bearing down on you as much. It does look like everyone that did go into the pits took tires, as they were all about 15 to 16 seconds on pit lane there, or pit stop. So I would be surprised if they hadn't taken tires. But yeah, if you're, Ruse all the way down to Brusso, I guess. If you're Tom Kuhn or Joshua Keith, you might be a little bit more under fire because they're going to be right behind you. But that front 5 to 7, you should be maybe 8. You should be pretty okay of not worrying too much, especially because by the time we actually get going, I'm probably going to be on about 6 laps to go as we come through. So I think you'll be okay if you can control the car still. Obviously, if you had to go in because you're losing the car, it's sliding on you. Well, better to go in and maybe lose a position or two than slam into a wall and lose a few laps. So
I completely
usually
agree. Apologies for that. I did have a mouthful of water at the moment. Stop talking. So that was nice.
Oops.
So there we go. Thank you very much. Right, I'm going to be interested to see what Radel does. I think Radel's quite quick here. Be interested to see how far he can go himself forward. Whether or not he's going to pit on the stage. So hold on, ladies and gentlemen. The lights are out on the pace car. We will be going very, very shortly. Green once more here for the end of caution number 3. Before we go into the what will be hopefully stage after this, but we'll see how these drivers get on, whether or not they're going to make it to stage, or is there going to be another caution? Well, we're going to find out very, very shortly. Pace car is on his way around turn number 3. Alex Witt alongside Ben Roos, Jay Millen, Jackowitz, Trogdon, Kern, Blake Lewis, Trenton Kimmel, Armand Brusso. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Green man is going to drop very, very shortly. Where's your arm? There you go. We are green. Ruse again. Got a jump at the beginning. So did Jamie Lynn as well. Tucked in nicely behind Witt. Jackowitz bullying Jamie Lynn out a little bit. 2 by 2 at the moment. Radel's moved inwards now. Settled in behind the crowd at the back at the moment for Anthony Radel. But let's see. He's going to be the faster of the tyre stoppers. You can see him at this moment in time looking to make moves through here as well. Anthony Radel doing a great job. Obviously has pitted, and I believe probably Kenton is probably going to be the faster ones of the guys in and around him.
Yeah, you can definitely see how much that tire advantage really is playing into anyone who took tires. I might have been a little less than accurate in my assessment. I did think Armand Brusso would be okay, but you can see, Anthony Radel and Spainhour have gone basically flying by. Radel now on the hunt of Joshua Keith there. Might only be like top 6 that are going to be fairly safe, not having to worry too much. But we will, I guess, see how it ends up playing out, as it does look like it's very quick once you get those new tires on.
Yeah, it does. Radel finds himself in the top 10. Joshua Keefe in front of us in that Bass livery machine. Watching Andy
Bass
Radel.
Pro Shop and Black Rifle.
Oh,
Very
nice.
interesting combination.
Can't catch him with a rod. Go and shoot him. Oh.
Yeah. Although
Fair play.
Black Rifle is actually a coffee company.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Filled up with energy. Joshua Keefe in front. Radel not making inroads like a 40 to do here. Blake Lewis, Trenton Kimmel, David Shrugden. We're on 5 to go of stage for BSC season 11 from the Tricky Triangle 75. Ben Roos out in front. Alex Witt in second place. I thought Radel might have come through a lot more here. I thought he might have had a lot more pace than what he's got at the moment.
Yeah, I thought he was going to at least. It looked like he was catching. I was just about to say, it looks like he was catching Joshua Keith, but they've kind of run into Blake Lewis there. Oh, that'll send.
Oh, Anthony. So close, but yet so far. Nearly got it. Caution number 4 on lap 27, which will be stage, I believe, here as well. I don't think they're going to have any more runouts. It all started from this little ta-ta-ta. That 27 comes in, and he goes again. He has another bite at him, and it was the second bite from Blake Lewis. Watch Radel. He just taps him, and he comes back off the wall, and then bang, one up, one down, and in they go again. I think Lewis started that one, mate.
Yep. Unfortunately, that everyone else was kind of just along for the ride on that at that point.
Was Blake Lewis in the Discord? No. But I'll have a chat with this man. Is in Discord. I'm going to chat with the third place in the race at the moment. I believe this is going to be stage. I don't think they're going to be able to get in and out quick enough. Here's Mr. Noel Jakowitz. Noel, welcome in, bud.
Hey, how you guys doing?
I'm all right, mate. How are you?
Pretty good. Hanging in there. Gained a bunch of spots. Didn't quite make it to the front, but third after that quali, definitely beneficial.
How's the tire wear?
Well, it's weird. The tires definitely wear. The time doesn't fall off as much as you think, but man, Dirty Air is a killer. Holy crap. It's pretty severe.
What do we reckon going forward then after this? We've had 4 cautions already. This is going to be stage as well. So what do we think going forward? What's the chances?
Really hoping for the long runs for me personally. I've been doing pretty well, tucked in behind Alex, even with Dirty Air. So kind of surprised. I know it's kind of a grab bag if people are struggling in it or not. It's definitely something extra to get used to. But I'm pretty comfy with it. I'm pretty comfy on the long runs too. So kind of hoping to get some clean air in a long run is basically what I'm shooting for.
Yeah, Ben Roos just missed his pit box. Trenton Kimmel just missed his pit box as well, Noel. So if you can get
It's a bit slick on pit road.
Yeah, Trogdon just missed his. TJ's out before anybody else. TJ is
two tire call maybe.
Yeah,
might be okay actually.
Yeah, he's just won the race on pit road. He've come out in 6th overall, but Molinari, Brad Young, and Todd Nessa have all not pitted in front of him. So yeah, probably not good for them, but could be quite interesting, I think, going forward as well, Noel. Well, let's see how you get on, mate. Good luck. Hopefully you make the tyres work, and hopefully we'll see you on Victory Road.
Yeah, for sure. Pocono's kind of been our strategy races going through previous seasons, so we'll see how it works out, and hope it's a fun one.
All right, man. Good luck. Take care, bud.
Thanks.
So that was Noel Jakowitz was 3rd in stage. This is going to be stage as well. And now, are they going to call stage? At the moment, the yellow came out and put Ben Roos with 10 points. Or are they going to call stage when they go over a line for lap 30, which will put Todd Nice as the winner of stage?
I assume it's probably when stage actually, or the yellow actually gets called. I don't think they would wait and then go from there.
Okay. Sure.
But I've been wrong before, so.
In other words, he's not sure.
Yeah, pretty much.
Good. Nice little fact-finding mission here. Nice goes to the inside. Brad Young on the outside. Molinari outside. TJ inside. Witt inside. Jakowitz outside. Ben Roos inside. J Millen inside. Kern outside. Russo inside. Trenton Kimmel outside. Billy Bass there at the back goes inside alongside Mr. Tom Kuhn, I believe. Then David Trogdon goes outside as well. So the very, very big variety of who we would expect to go where. Now, I want to know how these front three are going to get on here. They pitted on lap 22 and TJ on 28. He won the race off pit road ahead of Molinari. So who's going to go? Well, saying that, Molinari is on 22 lap pit stop as well. So this could be a very, very interesting cycle on who's going to be where on pit stops.
Yeah, they sort of dive into pits just before on that yellow flag before all of this happened. Might be beneficial to a few guys because you're only, was it about 6 laps newer or older tires, nothing too much. So TJ might be in a great spot with how he popped in, sort of depending on what Brad Young and Todd Neese need to do, and Dan Molinari. Oh no, Dan has only been in once, so yeah, TJ and might be in a good spot for that, because I think TJ, he just came in for a quick splash and dash afterwards, but we'll have to see how it plays out.
Ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your hats. See what goes on here as well. Pace car is going to be peeling off very, very shortly once more. And as per normal, we are going to go green. Todd Neese there takes the green flag. Brad Young's had to back away just a little bit. Almost overtook him before the green. He was ahead at one point. He's now backed off. That's put TJ in second, Alex Witt in third. Then Brad Young, Molinari behind him. Ben Roos has made his way up quite heavily here. Oh, no, he's not. Oh, Russo's round as well in the back. Ben Roos is round, and caution is out.
Yeah, there's going to be a few cautions after that one. That looked a little problematic, we'll go with. It's very all over the place for a moment.
Oh, he did it on his own. And then Russo does it. Oh, wow.
I don't know how he missed it, or how he was able to miss that, but he did.
What's that weaved their way past on Russo?
I want to say that was the 4. That's Joshua Keith.
That. Oh.
Yeah. Woo.
Ow. Watch this car come in on your left-hand side. Ready? 3. Oh, mate. That could not have been any closer there. Ben Bruce down the order. Armand Brusso down in 13th as well. That was very, very close for the number 4 machine.
Yeah, that was a little closer than I think most people would have been comfortable with.
Absolutely. So there we go. Caution number 5 on lap 31. Got 40 odd laps remaining. Yeah. So everybody that went 6 to 10, you.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so as well.
Absolutely. Okay. Okay, we're going to have a quick word from this season's sponsor. that was this season's sponsors, Admin Box. Go and check them out at adminbox.com. Use code BFC-Box for 10% off all orders. Lewis, Radel, Ruse, Brusso, and Young, all in pit lane. Young's been in pit lane for over 2 minutes, so I do wonder whether or not somebody lost their fast repair. Been there, done that, because been in the pit lane for 2 minutes and 20 seconds as of now.
Yeah, that's a little longer than you typically want to be in pit lane, if you can avoid it.
I think that's what this circuit brings. It's a battle of survival almost, you know what I mean?
Yes, it does make it, especially this kind of track, it doesn't allow for a lot of kind of movability because of how specific the corners have to be taken. Like there's a bit of space, but like while there is especially on the straightaways, like there's a lot more space, but in the corners there really isn't that much space that's usable. You do have obviously some that you can kind of work your way through and sort of kind of make a move on, but you're not going into like lane 3 or 4 to make it around these corners. They're just too aggressive, which makes it a little trickier as you're trying to make your way through. Unfortunately.
Definitely does. Well, the pace car lights will be out this time, so hopefully they will go into choose cone. East inside, TJ outside. Then one more. Nope, there you go. Witt inside. Molinari outside. Kern inside. Kimmel outside. Jakowitz inside as well. Tom Kuhn goes outside. This is one of these circuits where I wouldn't really know where to put myself.
It makes it a very kind of tricky sort of thing to figure out which is the best option to go for, because like I said, going from the outside line gives you a little bit more space to sort of attack the corner, but being on the inside, obviously it's a shorter corner, so it's very tricky. Plus if you're on the inside, you run a risk of losing the car a little bit. I mean, it is pretty early on in the run for these tires, so you might have a little bit more grip right now. But obviously it doesn't always mean that, and you might get some of that aero wake sort of disrupting your car, sending you up into another car, which obviously isn't the best.
No, definitely not. Stood up 2 seconds, try and get in the ball. Let's put it this way, I've lost weight sat here already. Airflow in. As East is going to lead the field, TJ's alongside him, Molinari out. On the outside, Witt's on the inside, then Kern, Kimmel, Jakowitz, Kuhn, Jamelin, Trogdon. So let's see what's going to happen here. Who's going to get what? Come around once more, get this up and running. At 34, 5 cautions in. Pace car's going to do that weird left turn. There you go. Oh, but there you go. Restart zone's going to open up. The arms are waving. It's going to be green, green, green. Nice leads us away. Spainhour didn't really get the jump on the outside. Alex Witt looks like he's going to come and tuck underneath him if he can, followed by Cody Kern. Ben Ruse is doing something. Ivy on that inside line. Let's just see how he gets on here. Oh, he's just had his nose chopped off. Going to take it 3 and 4 wide again. Is this a little bit too aggressive?
Especially for this much time to still go. Like, we still have 41 laps. You can take your time. You don't really need to be diving, chopping off noses this early. Now, obviously, you do want to get yourself into a good position, but lots of time. Lots of time to be able to kind of make your way through.
About 4 people just got the triangle stripe there coming out of that corner. He's still leading the way. TJ sitting in second. Kimmel's just gone up the inside. Ben Roos has sort of lost a little bit of time as David Trotwood moving around him. It'll be interesting to see how this one works out. Jamin's there. Yellow flag, 6 cautions in, and Tom Kuhn is responsible for this one. Jump straight back to pit lane as well.
More family on family, I believe.
Josh and Tom together.
Ooh. Oh, that sounded like an engine pop.
Go. Good evening, Mr. Thomas Kuhn.
Hello.
Hello. Are we on a We Must Take Out Family night going on down in the Kuhn,
No.
Kuhn household?
No, he went in front of me, and I did something really stupid. I accidentally hit the clutch instead of the brake and took him out. And I'm like, uh-oh, that one's going to cost me when I get out of this race.
Oh, yeah. It's not the first time that this has happened.
No, well, it's the first time I've actually hit the clutch accidentally, so it's like, you got to be kidding me. Such a stupid mistake.
Yeah. Are we looking at fast repairs, or are we looking at you've got to sit there and wait?
No, I'm doing a fast repair. I got to wait for the tow because my car was dead when it finished hitting the wall.
Ah, so you have got a fast repair remaining then?
I have one, yeah. This one is, I'm going to use it on this one.
Okay, mate. Well, back there, dear sir. How do you think it's going to go out there?
I'll be several laps down. I'm quite sure it's going to be simple for me. I'll just try and keep without wrecking again. I'm trying not to set the record like last week.
What, being involved with the most amount of incidents?
Yeah. I watched it about 4 times after the race, and I'm like, that's unbelievable.
Dude, it was just nuts. Let's hope you can try and keep it out this time and not get yourselves involved in so many. But, dude, have a good one, man, and I'll look at catching up with you. Hopefully not again on a yellow flag.
I hear you. Thank you, sir. Take
Take
care.
care. Bye. Poor old Tom Kuhn there. Doesn't want to set the record for the most amount of times he's been involved in an incident like he did last week. It was absolutely bonkers. So there we go. TJ still out in front now, leading the race. Everybody else dived in pit lane. The likes of Witt, Nessa, Heath, Radel, Luno, Kuhn, Molinari.
Yeah, quite a few. I'm curious if, I mean, you got 40 laps to go. If you took tires on the first one, you probably
Unless your
got
maths
another.
Is off, we're going to be on about 30 to go.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Right. So I guess maybe they're hoping around 15 laps to come in again and take that last set of tires. That could be the only thing I would assume.
Very bizarre.
But, yeah, it seems a little early to be coming in for tires and everything.
It does, I agree with you. There we go. On that one, so let's see how these guys get on. The race is led at this moment in time. And Mr. TJ Spainhour here. Can he hold on to the front, or will not? That's going to be the question. Kuhn's still in pit lane. Young is in pit lane again. I think he's taken off damage. Luno's in pit lane, and Tom Kuhn is in pit lane as well. I think Tom had a fast repair. It's a long time for a fast repair.
Maybe he forgot. Oh, no. Yeah. Maybe he forgot to activate it. I could see that. I've done that one once or twice.
Yeah, but with an engine pop, I'm surprised he's got away with 3 minutes of damage. That wasn't an.
It sounded like it might have been just something else crunching and not actually his engine blowing, but
Still, not a good idea from all of these guys. Tom Kuhn out on the racetrack. He's going to try and catch up to the back of the pit. Luno's still in there. Terry W is out. Brad Young is still running. Joshua Kuhn is still running as well. Getting onto the back of the field very, very shortly. TJ out in front at the moment. Alongside Cody Kern, who's picked the inside again. I don't know if there's really by the way what we're seeing here, there's no consistency to where people are going. And I do wonder if that's because there isn't any set one area that's better than the other.
Yeah, I'm not sure why the outside lane seems so much more used on these restarts, but
Can't answer your question.
yeah, it seems like they're being heavily favored. Like, I could understand like slightly favored or a little extra, but this seems very favored that way.
A couple of cars are going to go on back in 17. Here's Tom Kuhn. And you got number 16, which is Brad Young. So trying to make his way onto the back of the pack as well. Oh, go in again just as we hit lap 40. That will give us 35 laps to go. 6 cautions over lap 40. Technically, got another 5 in the bag.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, Noel Jakowitz also by the sounds of it, is looking forward for a long run as well, but he's not quite getting it at the moment. Pace car lights are, pace car is in. Barney's going to be waving now. Green, green, green. You see Alex Witt pull out straight away. DJ goes straight up, takes the nose off Kern. Jakowitz is now left on that inside line on his own. Jamie Lynn's too far back to help at the moment. Kimmel sitting in 4th place. These guys go running once more. Have not got many laps to go. Currently on lap 40, we've got 30, well, it's about 35, considering they, well, I suppose 36 if they haven't completed this one yet. But let's see what goes on. Jakowitz now trying to go on the inside of Kern. And behind that is Jamie Lynn as well. Alex Witt not really making progress through the field at the moment. I don't know if that's because he can't.
It is pretty tricky to try and pass, especially when you've got cars too wide right in front of you. There's not really a whole lot of space to where you can go. Like I said, it's hard to get around on the inside, and even harder to get around on the outside. So definitely have to be, I guess, cautious on decision making, though. It does sound like he's braking pretty hard through there, so he might be trying to fuel save just a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, big punches on the ball there. Gone with Brusso in front of us. He's gone and hit the wall. Trogdon's on that inside line at the moment. There's Trogdon, there is Brusso. Brusso might lose that place to Witt. No, Radel. Wow, Andy Radel. He's had an absolute barnstorming run coming out of turn 2. Again, can he do this same run he's got out of 3? Tightens it up a little bit. Radel looking at that inside line. Not being able to make it through this time. So his run stopped. Well, as Alex Witt, Jamie Lynn trying to make moves forward as well. But Kimmel in and around him. These guys swapping backwards and forwards. Couple of positions. Backwards, one forward. Trogdon comes forward as well. He's got Blake Lewis. But at the moment, Noel Jakowitz is trying to make a move on Cody Kern.
Yeah, he's looks like he might get this one done. Yeah. Like I said, kind of coming off those corners are a little trickier if on the outside lane. There's just not quite as much grip as you would want. So it does make it a little trickier. But yeah, you can see Noel just sort of slid in, grabbed it, and was gone. It's kind of... and stayed far enough ahead going into the corner and coming through the corner to not really get too much disturbance by arrow wake or anything like that, so was able to kind of make the move look a little easier than I think Cody Kern would have wanted it to.
Yeah, absolutely. But I think the problem is, say, once he went and put the car in front of Cody Kern, that arrow wash in the front was causing a problem. TJ's just got on thumped the wall there at the moment. That's put Noel Jakowitz right alongside TJ. Noel's gone up and through. That all stemmed from TJ hitting the wall on turn number 1. That's allowed Noel Jakowitz to go through here. Oh, however, big old slide is just putting back down the order.
Far down the order. Gee, he definitely lost a lot of speed going through there as it allowed almost half the field to go back by him. So unfortunate for him, he lost a lot of positions on that one. Not really what you want.
Not here. An eye on Noel. Goes through, gets the job done. Is there a push from TJ? TJ gets it all wrong there. Noel at this point there.
Oh, we do have a caution too. It's hard to say.
Definitely is a tough one. Yellow flag is out. Blake Lewis. Blake Lewis and trogged him with Radel. Oh, Lewis was already sliding. Caution number 7 on four. Put one name down for that one, Kenton, because I think it Lewis sliding a lot on his own. Lent on Radel as he come out of his slide.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit on that one. This track is tricky. Like, you get a little extra power in the car and it will cause you to go around very quickly.
Definitely did there as well. DJ on your screen started down in 13th place, currently in first place. So great job from him. And he's led for 8 laps at this moment in time for TJ. How would you split this race up, Kenton? What would you do in conjunction with tyre stops? Because obviously 75, what would you do? 15, 30, 45, 60?
Honestly, I think if I'm trying to do it myself, it's go for the longest stint early when the track is still kind of rubbering in a little bit. Try and take as much of that first sort of section as I can. And then sort of play it by ear, because you know there was going to be cautions. So just kind of organizing it so you're not too much trouble, but you kind of utilizing cautions at sort of smarter areas. So if you're able to get 20 near, basically like a lot of guys did, get all the way to the stage break with one set of tires, that would be exactly what I would try and do. Obviously swap tires at that point, and then from there kind of focus on sort of how the car feels. If it starts to feel very loose or very tight or anything like that, at 15 laps and a caution happens to come out, take advantage of it. Obviously you like I sort of said earlier, having a car not in the wall, much more beneficial than being 3, 4, 5 spots back of where you were. So I would take advantage of it and sort of hope that was the way it went.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's me.
We've had 7 cautions, 20 laps. Seems absolutely bonkers.
A little bit, yeah.
50% of the race spent under yellow. Wait for people to catch up onto the back of the pack. That is Blake Lewis and Tom Kuhn. Udo's still running at the moment. Fair play to him for still running. 7 laps back. At time. Is it more of a fact-finding mission for Luno, do we think, at this point?
I think so. Just kind of getting used to everything. Obviously, being new to the league, trying to just suss out how people drive, how the race sort of works. So you're able to kind of keep going. and sort of figure out when you can make moves on guys, how you can sort of adjust depending on the person driving next to you, and sort of who to keep an eye out for. Definitely not the worst thing, at least getting your laps in, doing some stuff without having to worry about too many real problems right now.
Absolutely. And out turn 1 at this moment in time. Back under caution again. Yeah, as well. 7 cautions in. And, well, closer and closer to that 10 mark, Kenton, that we were kind of hoping we wouldn't get close to.
Yeah, we were definitely hoping, but unfortunately, we did kind of get there.
Well, not yet.
Almost, at least. Almost. We're almost there.
Not yet. Going to rely on the fact that these guys are going to not put us there.
That'd be good. I'd be okay with that. If we don't quite get there.
Absolutely. Right. Come on. Get some green flag running. Let's get some green flags going here. Boys. Got for even more water than they have got already. Here again. So ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your hats once more. Cody Kern, Ben Ruse, choose code's done. Kern took inside, Ruse took outside. Got a funny feeling if Kern don't make this jump here, Kenton, Ruse is going to be through by the time we get out of that one. Maybe not. That massive check up there. Push Ben Ruse backwards.
Yeah, it looked like not quite the direction Ben Ruse wanted to be taking. Unfortunately, or for him, but very fortunately for Cody Kern and a few other cars that were able to slide their way ahead, keeping it out of the wall. It looked like a few guys actually met the wall, which, again, don't really want to do too many times, if you can avoid it. Oh.
That was the inside of
Speaking.
Alex Whitson.
I was going to say, speaking of things you don't really want to do very often, be inside other cars.
Very bizarre. Saw the inner workings of Alex Whitson's Ford there. Radel going toe-to-toe with Ben Ruse. Ruse on that outside in that 77 machine. Radel on in that 21 on the inside line. Where, do you know what? Watching Ben Ruse at this moment in time being this aggressive kind of reminds me of the first time we ever saw Noel Jackowitz.
Yes, when he was very aggressive all the time that we thought, but in reality it was actually not at all.
Can you remember his name back then?
Oh, man. It started with an R, did it not? I feel like it started with an R.
I can't remember. There's no right or wrong answer here. I could agree with you for the sake of it. I just can't remember what it was.
Oh, yeah, that's going to bother me. I feel like I should remember, but I cannot remember for the life of me.
And let's go back to the very first ever screen. Find out what it was called there.
I'm going to, yeah.
Alex Witt's looking at the inside of Ben Ruse. Nope. Ruse has got a bit of a run in through turn 2. Damien in front of us. Cody Kern in front of that as well. On board we go with Ben Ruse. Sitting here in third place at this moment in time. Kenton's off doing research. I can hear his brain working from here.
It's hard to find because we have a few seasons with them now.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go back to season 1 because I think it was changed halfway through season 1, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm just trying to. BSC NASCAR.
So which way is Rue's going to go? Looking. No decision made there from Ben Roos. Still in behind Jamie and Alex Witt, still in behind that as well. Further back, Joshua Kuhn, Daniel Molinari. Then you got Armand Brusso, Blake Lewis, Joshua Keefe. They're continuing on. Found it yet?
No, although I went back to I think this was one of our earliest Daytona. This was like 2 years ago, and there are some names in here I don't even remember. Like Frimpong. I totally forgot about Josh McQuiggan. Yeah. Josh McQuiggan. Justin Johnson. I don't remember him at all.
Definitely going to be some names you ain't going to see for a while.
Oh, yeah, there are a few. I don't even think he actually raced in Daytona that year. It's been a while, too, because there's a few races that I wasn't at that I got to, like, sift through, because I'm like, I don't remember this race at all. I will find it. It's going to be my goal for the day.
Yeah, well.
Hannah. I was way off. Noel Hannah.
What have you got?
Noel Hannah. Hanna.
Yeah.
Back when he was the 7 car and not the 1.
That was before he won the championship, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Sawyer Gara was in that race.
Didn't he have the pink Pepto?
Oh, yeah. Sawyer. He loves his Peptos. I love those. Those ones are my favorite. I remember. Let's see who other names are in this. Kevin Coleman.
Alex, steady.
This is back when we called Dan Michael.
Yep.
Dan Michael instead of Dan Michelle.
I've not seen him much this season.
Yeah, he's been kind of in and out.
Oh, he had it obviously his period of time, didn't he, where he spent on the sidelines.
Yes.
Not being a naughty boy, but he did come back for, I think it's been one race this season, I think he's been here for. So, yeah, interesting.
Oh, Terry Spainhour before he went by TJ? That's right. I forgot TJ used to just go by Terry for a little while there.
Oh, Dan Michel's been at 2 races.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, it's just reminiscing about the old days.
Long time ago by the sounds of it as well. When was that video out?
2 years ago.
Jesus.
Yeah, it's been a while we've been here.
Absolutely. Alex Witt, Andrew Chamberlain, still scrapping out though. Guys having a good old ding-dong with each other at this moment in time. Alex Witt there. Trying to clear Chamberlain. He's got that inside line now as well. Witt goes to make the move. Chamberlain on the outside. Witt's trying to pull him in. Nope, can't make it through there. Alex Witt didn't look like he quite had the pace coming out of that corner.
Yeah, it's it looks like the track's starting to slow down just a little bit. Everyone's kind of hitting into that 54 sort of area. Witt's not too far off. 54.11, Jamelin 54.10, Cody Kern was 54.19. But after that, it's down into like the mid 54s. So it's starting to slow down just a little bit on the track. Not necessarily a bad thing, but just a little bit.
One car spin at the back there. Alex Luno did go and spin. Alex Molinari's got back. And he's just crashed on the straight. Handle this. Go. Do from here then.
Oh, spun again.
Letting the power down too early. Too eager. Too eager. Get round. Get it going. Did. Second bite of the cherry there. Alex Luno. Don't worry, mate. You won't see a thing. It'll only be on YouTube forever.
Yeah, or until we get rid of it.
Maybe.
Yeah, but apparently, as you can tell, because us having stuff for 2 years, not happening soon.
No, it's great research for us.
Exactly, right?
And
Oh,
to be
and
fair, we
there's a
don't really
caution.
need to get rid of it, considering it sort of disappears off in its own right. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure.
New stuff comes in, old stuff goes out. I don't look good.
Nope, that's a piece of your car flying down the track back there,
Yeah.
which typically you don't want. Oh, just lost it coming out of turn.
Yeah, but I'm surprised that caused a caution. Single car. Oh, bro. Go on, you got this. Go on, you got this. No, you don't. Oh. There's the wheel arch over the wall. Was Tom Kuhn there. Well, looked like he possibly could have called that one a day, I think, after that, because that would have been no fast repair left for that young man.
Yeah, that'll be a couple of fast repairs would be used by this point. He's had a little bit of a rough time, getting bunked around a few times.
Hey, 8th caution here as well. Pretty good. 8 cautions.
Surprisingly better than we kind of expected, to be honest.
You expect?
Yeah, that's true.
Lap 58 of 75. Cody Kern is the leader. 8 for 22. 8 call laps. No, they called that information. We've had 20 lead changes.
What did we end up with in... trying to think of where at Daytona we had something like 50-something lead changes that race.
I think some of it stems from pit lane and who's gone in and who's come out. The likes of Molinari and Young swap him going past the leaders, so it counts out as one as well. Yeah. Cody Kern led for 18 laps at this moment in time. 14 laps, sorry. Max Whitten behind. TJ still running there as well. Last pitted on lap 5. We're on 37 for fuel. Cody Kern on 28 for tyres. TJ on 20 on lap 45 for tyres. TJ's in a bit of a better position here.
Yeah, he might get chomped up a little bit if he's not able to get in for some new tires soon.
Yeah. Very W. Oh, well, hell. I like the track, but it doesn't like me. Go TJ, David, and Brad. I feel there might be a skill issue with Derry, sir. I feel that could be the problem.
It's definitely a tricky track. Almost like it's its nickname.
Yeah.
You know, the tricky triangle.
That's why it's not my favorite track.
No, it is a very, very difficult track to be good at of any kind.
And with the 41 road circuits inside of it, of course.
44.
44, was it?
44.
44 road configuration. That's just bonkers. Who really needs
Especially
it?
for not much of a track.
No, needs it. That's what I mean. You need literally somebody holding directional arrows. Because by the sounds of it, you could just go any which way you want.
Yes,
It would be nuts.
you really could. And unfortunately, it looks like they kind of do. because they have way too much space to be able to adjust things.
Absolutely. Right. Now, lap 9. Go back and look. I took out. Did you?
Sounds like not my spot to really, talk on that one. Mainly because I did not see it.
No, what lap was it, Terry? Let me know what lap, because it doesn't show that you've had a crash at all, mate, to be honest. Saying. So, there we go. What lap was it? Can you remember? Right. Okay. Turn 2 we go. $15 to go on the clock we should have. Cody Kern leading the field in that 23 Coca-Cola livery machine. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hold on. Let's see if we can get the last 15. Lap 20 or so. That's not very helpful. Maybe I'll get Kenton on. And
Oh,
Cody Kern has
which
got
one am I going on?
lap 20 or so for Terry, apparently. And Cody Kern nearly lost his his rear end there to Alex Witt's nose. Radal's moving up as well, alongside TJ. Anthony Radal making his way forward, TJ in there at the same time. Cody Kern, you do need to be a little bit more careful. There is TJ with Radal. Radal's just gone through on that one. Behind you can see Joshua Kuhn and Brusso having a battle with Ben Ruse and Blake Lewis. Andrew Jamelin in there.
Wait, lap 20 would have been before the stage break.
Yeah, lap 20 or so, he said. Okay, 15 to go. Russo in behind Spainhour. Going to be able to get up. Kevin still on the homework situation. I'll hold that one, mate. Nice try, though. Russo giving
Lap 20 was when Brad got taken out by Tom Kuhn there.
Anything from Terry?
No, Terry went through. Because that's when he got the lucky dog and was able to get around.
Okay, Brusso making his way up here. Going behind TJ currently at this moment in time. Trying to hang on to TJ's coattails. Blake Lewis trying to do the same to Josh Kuhn. Ben Ruse is trying to do the same. Noel Jackowitz looking at making a move through. Didn't quite work out this time. The next restart after lap 20. Currently. Rodney's down with Josh Keefe and Brad Young. Kimmel all the way down in 12th. Brogdon in front of that. Was looking at going up the inside here. Goes, go and try and make that work. Does make it work for Trenton Kimmel. Oh, Trogdon's come back at him. Brogdon's going to hold on to that position there. Noel Jackowitz in with Ben Ruse. Andrew Jamelin in there as well. Blake Lewis just about to lose that position to Ben Ruse, but we've seen that outside line be quite strong here this evening.
Yeah, the outside line's a little quicker, just because you're able to open up the corner a little bit more, get a better entry. It does get a little trickier if you've got someone obviously on your inside, opposed to someone on your outside, because that outside car just could be that little bit faster.
Wide. Damon Jakowicz and 27 of Lewis were 3 wide briefly. Brusso's got one. Joshua Kuhn up behind him. Ben Ruse has also gone through. So tries underneath him again there, coming out of 3. That was a great little move. He allowed Ben Ruse to make his own mistake, and Brusso capitalised. Well, briefly.
Oh, yeah. It looks like with 6 to go before stage, Terry does have an incident. We don't see it going into 5 to go before stage, so 25. Just before they cross the finish line, he's something happens. We didn't even see it. It doesn't pop up. It didn't pop up for us. We didn't even get a yellow off of it.
One car on his own.
I don't know. Like I said, I literally couldn't see it. It just shows him backing down being much further back and then going right into the pits. So lap 25. We'll have to take a look at that later.
Yeah, because I can't actually find that.
It's right as they're coming. Sorry, I guess technically it'd be going from lap with 5 to go, or with 6 to go, going into 5 to go. So I guess lap 24.
Just after the stage green.
No, before that. Before we go to stage.
Yeah.
There's 6 laps to go before the stage break.
24.
Yes, it should be as they get to the finish line, the start finish line of that lap.
Yeah, I know, and I got a "we are done." Oh man, Russo nearly went and got done there. He's just gone and hit the wall. Jakowicz has gone backwards here a couple of places. Just lost a place to Trogdon, lost a place to Brusso. Alex Witt past your leader Cody Kerr. Alex Witt jumps out in front. Anthony Radel now in there at the same time here. Continuing to fight on as well for Radel. Yeah, they take anything out of this third place. That's about as far as he's going to get here. Got to go wide. They're coming in, sitting in the left-hand mirror there, trying to come through under the Camry. Go in the beginning now, 9 to go. Not long left, Kenton. We're only on 8 caution.
Yeah, we might make it in just under the radar there, which would be nice.
Oh, TJ.
Well.
That happened.
Yeah.
Hey. Oh. That's it. The 83, isn't it? Kuhn in behind Keith. Joshua Kuhn, I think.
Yeah, the 83. Yeah, Joshua Kuhn.
Hey. Back under caution, ladies and gentlemen. Last chance of the evening here from Seasons. box at 10% off your order, of course. Thanks so much to them coming on board for the season. We are, well, I think we're only going to have about 3 to go here by the time we get going again under caution, after caution.
Yeah, be about a green light checkered in a sense.
Which it is. And we get past the green.
That'll be the total challenge.
Was my Dega race earlier on today. I was started in about 6th, and managed to avoid some wonderful wrecks that all took place in Dega as we was being very precautious, running that inside line. Didn't really want to come off the inside line, and I stopped people literally trying to come down in front of me. Like, no, I'm not giving up this inside line at all. But on the outside, if somebody spins from the inside, you know which way to go. Right up the track and swing in. So I hugged the inside. I managed to get myself into 3rd. Second, going into the corner, ran it in, and with the famous bounce, and then basically went right down the car underneath. Got into 2nd, and then coming around the final turn 4. Going up to the little bit of straight, I decided that enough was enough. I was going to pull out. And fortunately enough, I pulled out, had enough much of an overspeed and draft, and come over the line to take the victory. So there we go.
Hey, a win's a win.
Yeah, I can drive NASCAR. See? Wasn't me at Martinsville.
Nope. It was definitely everyone else.
It was everybody else. You let everybody else out in the race circuit as well. Still looking forward to defending my crown at the MX 500.
Hey, that's me and my Daytona.
Oh, dude. I love that 500. It's awesome. I'm going to try the same
That would
thing.
Yeah, why not? Why not go for it, right?
Yeah, I'm going to sit at the back and let everybody crash.
Exactly. That's all you got to do. It's the same, kind of the same as Daytona.
You know full well, right? I'll do it this season, and I'll be the one involved in the crash.
Oh, yes, 100%.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah. You'll still somehow come back around because it's everyone else will too.
Okay, lights are off this time. Lewis Cohn's done. Witt's gone inside. Kern's gone outside. Kuhn's gone outside. Blake Lewis is there as well. He's gone inside. Can they get Alex Witt off the start, knowing what he's like on starts?
It's a tough one. Alex Witt is bloody quick when he goes from no matter where he starts, so you really got to get a good jump, but him having the sort of ipso facto lead and ability to kind of make the jump first might make it a little harder to get through.
Yeah. Well, going down into turn 2 now as well. Cody Kern sitting in 2nd in the championship. Jamin in 3rd. Young is in 4th. Witt down in 5th. There we go. Alex Witt 5th in the championship at the moment. Right. Who's going to come out on top?
I'm going to have a hard time going against Alex Witt on this. He's going to get a nice clean run. If he's able to get a good jump on Cody Kern, he's going to be able to slot himself back on that top lane and not really have to worry, and that could be problematic for the rest of the group.
Right. Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Be ready. The race is going to be quick here. It's 90 seconds. It's going to determine who's going to win. Race cars coming in. As soon as they cross that first white line, it will start waving green. They're into the restart zone now. There goes Barney. Is he going to be waving? He is going to be waving. Off they go. Alex Witt got a jump on that inside, which we knew he would. Cody Kern in behind. Blake Lewis in behind now alongside Joshua Kuhn here. Going into the final 3. More with this lap. This lap isn't done either. side by side in the background, in the background. I don't like the look of this, Kenton, whatsoever, to be honest.
Yeah, it looks a little sketchy back there. We'll see if they're able to get past because we got get it. Bruce who gives I believe it's Tom Kuhn a little bit of a jump. Yeah, there it is.
Yeah. Ben Ruse, Josh Kuhn. But caution number 10. We did hit 10. You get one more. You guys was wrong as well, Kenton.
I was right.
What did you do?
I said 10. I said 10 to 20.
Oh, okay. Oh.
I was right.
So you were.
I know the things.
Technically, you're both right at the moment because I didn't put 11 to 20. I put 10 to 20 and 6 to 10.
There you go.
So
just
everyone's
in
a
between.
winner, baby. That's okay. Don't know the rest of the song, so there we go. Don't ask me this. All right, first GWC of the evening. Rack go Trogdon. He's in fifth at the minute, Terry. I think it's going to be a little bit hard for him to get there from here. No offense to the guy.
Yep. Still doable, but it'll be a little trickier.
Yeah, it definitely is going to be a little bit more trickier. David Trogdon, I think. Hopefully pace car lights will go off this time around.
Hopefully. Get us going green again.
No, they didn't. Hey. One more after this one on the pace car. And as you can see from the race recap, caution number 10, nearly over 29 laps. I'm definitely going to need my bed after this.
Who doesn't need a nap? I'll need some food. Probably sooner than later.
Nice.
Not sure what, but I'll figure something out.
The wife not cooking?
She is playing some hurling right now.
Isn't that where you sweep the ice?
No, that's curling. Hurling.
Oh, hurling.
Yes. Yeah.
So what exactly
she is.
does that involve?
It's like if you played field hockey, but not on the ground.
Lacrosse.
In a sense, but your stick is basically shaped like a weird field hockey stick. It's a very odd sport.
Does she
Super fun
enjoy
though. She does.
There you go.
She's very
Nice.
excited. She enjoys everything about it. So.
Well, there you go. I need a beer. Terry, I need my bed. Coming up to 2:45 in the morning. What makes it worse is I've got to get up early as well because I stupidly arranged to record the broadcast.
It's not the worst.
People forgetting that we had Pocono. I've got to be up by 8:30 as well, so it means I've got to hopefully try and get about 5 hours, 5.5.
Yeah, it should be fine. Make a coffee or two and you'll be good.
Or just make one big one.
That's also a thing, yeah. Fair enough. Hard to argue that logic.
One big one. Right. So we're going to have green, then we're going to have white, and then we're going to have checkered. Okay?
I like it.
In that order. Ease. Right. Otherwise I quit.
Just full fighting.
Oh, dude, I've been so busy the last few days. It's just been nuts. Just sort of, I sort of give up and go to bed for 24 hours.
I feel that. I could use a 24-hour sleep.
Oh.
Sadly, no, but I would love it.
Sleep up 6-7 hours, and then my body's like, wake up now.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
Right, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Alex Witt's going to lead us over the line. Barney's going to be waving. There we go. Right. Green, white, checkered is, funny enough, green, green, green. Come on. To each other. Alex Witt leading the way.
Yeah, that's not exactly how you wanted that corner to go.
Wondering who was alongside. Dude, look at him.
Dragged in, went around a few times. Yeah.
There's David Chogden into the wall. Pushing again. Yeah. In overtime now, ladies and gentlemen. Pace car lights. Come on once more.
Woohoo! Our favorite lights.
Yeah, buddy. Caution's 11 for 31 laps. 28 lead changes across the race. 77 of 79. Going to be about whether or not Alex Witt's going to be able to hold on here. Can he take this victory? We're only going to have one more try after this. If they get this one wrong, well, cross the line in a yellow flag, I'm afraid.
Yeah, hopefully we don't need the third one. I'd be okay if we finished with this one, personally. I'm sure you would not argue that either.
No, but I think now they should cut the lights on the pace car. Everybody's where they should be. Put him over the line and then cut the lights on him. Didn't do that. Bit of a shame, Kenton. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, kind of wish it would just keep going.
Let us know if you think Alex Witt is going to take the win here, or How many of Team Fart is getting took out tonight?
A couple.
I don't know why you're putting that in YouTube chat, Terry. You were one of them. By your own teammate.
Yes.
No, sorry. You hit your own teammate. So, as much as you want to sit there and ask how many of the Fart team got taken out, why don't you have a look? Did take out one. Being your son, Brad. So, go. Right. See if we can get this right this time. This car will be going out. Lights are going to be gone. Okay, choose cones up. Everybody goes their way. Alex, we're inside. Cody Kern outside. Jamelin inside. Jackowitz outside. Blake Lewis, Keith Young, Kimmel, Brusso, TJ, Nessa. It'll be an interesting run in Kevin.
Yeah, I'm hoping a little smoother through there, but we'll see how much of a jump that Alex is able to get, because we've known he's been able to it a few times. And he gets these almost terrifying jumps, really.
Yeah. You wonder how he's got these down to a T, doesn't it?
Yes, a little bit, because it's terrifyingly quick.
Agree. Right. Turn 2. We've got one more turn before we get this green white checkered up and running again. We're going to find out who's going to come out on top here. Is it going to be Alex Witt? Is it going to be Cody Kern? Will Andrew Chamberlain show us his pace and come through the field here in that 65 machine? Not long to go.
No, hopefully we're able to go on through without too many problems. Hopefully.
I love DW defended that in YouTube. Netcode. I know it was, mate. There was about a foot gap between the two of you. Still, got to blame somebody. Right. Hold on, ladies. Hold on, gentlemen. The final run is green, green, green. Alex Witt takes the lead of the race. Once more with Cody Kern, Andrew Chamberlain, Noel Jackowitz alongside in there. Blake Lewis. Still in the picture. TJ down in 9th at the moment. We can move on. I was trying to escape up the road here, Kenton.
Yeah, he's starting to get himself a nice little gap here. Looks a little cleaner further back, which is good. As we make our way over. Oh, nope, I heard a slide.
It's still green.
With a little wiggle.
Alex Witt's going to come over the line. White flag now. Oh, they didn't get there. Did they get there? They did get there.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't have yellows popping up, so.
No, they did just about get there. Brad Young and Andy Baylor on Alex Witt looks like he's going to lead the field here across the line. Cody Kern there at the moment as well. But Alex Witt has led for 15 laps, coming around that final turn to the final time here this evening. Cody Kern's going to grab a great second place there.
Yeah, and Jamelin following up his first place in last week with a third today. Not bad. Good little race for him.
Cody Kern. Witt's hit the wall. Jamelin's going to get that third place, I think. It does, just. Ooh. Alex Witt was close there. It's close. Right.
Bless you.
Thank you. Dust up my nose. Let's have a look at what's going on a little bit further on. Right, it made them come together. Brad gets pushed around by Ruse. There goes Brad. Ooh. I think Alex Witt just gave Radar a smack over the line, Hez.
Yeah, it looked a little.
Alex Witt is your winner with Cody Kern in and as well. And then Andrew Jamelin in third, and Noel Jakowitz, Blake Lewis, Josh Keefe, Trenton Kimmel, TJ Spainhour, David Trogdon, Ben Ruse, Daniel Molinari, Armand Brusso, Todd Neese, Joshua Kuhn, Brad Young, Andy Radel, Alex Luno, and Thomas Kuhn. And at the back is I Cannot Drive Pocono in Mr. Terry Spainhour. So thank you so much for joining us. It's been a very, very, very eventful evening. We will have a look back and have a chat with some of these drivers very, very shortly. Let's start off with Mr. Jamelin in that 65 Ford machine. Good evening, dear sir. How are you?
Good. How are you guys?
I'm all right, mate. That was a little bit longer than we were hoping for.
Yeah, it got a little sketchy, especially with the fuel situations, especially with Cody, but glad we were all able to make it through 3 overtimes.
Yeah, it was as well, and it was a good job being able to get everything going after that as well. So well done for getting to the end of this. How were you tyres come the end of this?
Honestly, the tires were pretty good. I didn't feel too much fall off. Of course, there was a lot of dirty air that caused the car to be tight behind another, but in terms of tires, it really wasn't too bad.
Okay, mate. Well done for you. Congratulations on your third place. Anyone you want to shout out before we let you go?
Shout out my family, my mom, my sister, my dad, anyone who's watching right now. Yeah, that's about it.
All right, man. Take care, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you. See y'all.
And next up is Cody Kern here. Man who led for some of the race. Did he think it was going to be his day? Well, let's have a chat with him now as well. Cody, welcome in, bud. How are you?
Doing all right, James. How are you?
I'm all right, mate. Not bad at all. Watched an interesting race, 11 cautions. How was it battling away up the front up there?
It was all right. I had one slip up, and Alex was there to capitalize on it, so that was a little disappointing. But I pit for tires and fuel at stage, and that was it. Just fuel saved for the entire second half of the race, and it ended up working out for me.
It did. Sitting second in the championship as well, mate. This is going to bring you very close to Noel Jakowitz going into next week. Are you on for the championship? Could you be there?
I don't know about the seasonal. It's been a good couple weeks. Back-to-back second place finishes, losing in different ways, but it has been a good few weeks to start the season. So we'll see how it goes.
All right, man. We'll look forward to seeing it there as well. Well done, Cody. Anyone you want to shout out before we let you go?
Shout out to everybody at home watching. Appreciate it. A lot of fun, and knowing there's people out there cheering.
Absolutely. All right, man. Well, take care, buddy. We'll catch up with you soon.
All right. Thanks, James.
All right. Next up is Mr. Alex Witt. Took the victory here as well. Very up and down at one point, but settled at the front in the end here as well. Alex, welcome in. Congratulations, bud.
Thank you.
How was it out there?
Challenging, definitely. Probably my worst nightmare of a situation. Super tight car, and with this update, the dirty air is you really suffer in it, and I was struggling. So I'm surprised to be able to get the win. I think it was only because of when I pit and being in the right place at the right time there.
Yeah, I think it was. I had a lot to do down with pit stops as well. Cody was giving you a good old run for your money, though. Weren't letting you have it easy.
Yeah, no, definitely not. He made me work for it there.
Yeah, and going forward, what do we think coming out of this as well? You're sitting, well, you were sitting fifth. This is going to help jump you up and put you up near the top, hopefully.
Yeah, I think so. Hopefully the drops will help out too. And I like some of the courses coming up. We got another street course in Chicago and Auto Club, so some tracks that I enjoy coming up.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Bob. Well done. Congratulations on your win. Anyone you want to shout out before we let you go, mate?
Yeah, shout out to the Breakfast Club as always.
All right, man. Take care. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Well, there you go, Kenton. Another race done. More to go coming up next week.
Yeah, next week will be a good amount of fun. Who doesn't love
Chicagoland.
a wonderful time at Chicagoland Speedway? Who doesn't love that? Mainly because I know next week you're going to hate it, or the week after that.
Yeah.
Chicago Street Course.
Wonderful. Right, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to wrap it up. Thank you so much for joining myself. I've been JP. I've been alongside Kenton. And as always, take care. Have a great week. And you never know, we're going to see you on the track sometime. Good night.